This is Andy Gutierrez from StarWars.com, and you are listening to Coffee with Kenobi with Dan Z. This is the podcast you're looking for.
This is James Arnold Taylor, and you're listening to Coffee with Kenobi. I have a good feeling about this.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another episode of CWK Live every Monday night. Well, gosh, I usually say 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I had to go a little early tonight because of some other scheduling conflicts, but I had to make sure we did a show because it is Star Wars week, right? It is the week of May the 4th. Great to see all of you. Let's bring in our friends. Mary is here. Happy Monday and May, everyone. Hello, Mary. Great to see you. Hope you had a wonderful birthday. Be sure to wish Mary happy birthday. Yesterday was her special day, and she spent it at Hollywood Studios at Galaxy's Edge, which is wonderful. And Minta is here. Hello, Minta. This is the way. It's CWK Day. Hello, Minta. Great to see you on the show. Again, I know I started really earlier than I usually do, and I tried to send a notification out. So I understand that not everyone will get a chance to chime in live, but of course, whether you catch us now on Facebook or on YouTube, or you listen to the audio feed, which a lot of people do, you'll be able to listen to the show. Tonight we're going to be talking about our top 5 moments from Star Wars Celebration. Star Wars Celebration Europe, that is. It was, how many weeks ago was Star Wars Celebration? It's been a while. I know Mary famously took a lot of great copious notes over the weekend because of the live stream. I know Minta was a part of that as well, which is great fun. And there was a lot to enjoy, really a lot to sort of savor. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is brewing in the world of Star Wars this week. All right. So this week, of course, is May the 4th day. May the 4th be with you. I'm drinking out of my Star Wars May the 4th drink from Shop Disney. Now, I will say this mug is amazing because I put ice in it overnight, and I checked it this morning, still had the ice in it. That's pretty cool, right? So it's not just a cute, clever little mug for Star Wars fans. It actually works really well. So, big fan of that. So, Mary and Minta, have you purchased any May the 4th Star Wars merchandise just yet? Or is there anything that you have your eye on? I know for me, a lot of the merchandise is really fun. Some I like much more than others. But to be honest, sometimes I wish it didn't have the year on it, so I could just recycle it every year. But of course, that's not really how it works. And I get that, and I understand that, and that makes sense. That totally makes sense. And each year very much has its own little theme. You know what I mean? Every year has its own theme for that kind of stuff. I also... Oh, you're heading to Hollywood Studios on Thursday. Oh, that's going to be fun. There's probably going to be a ton of exclusive merchandise that's only available. In fact, I know there's going to be a lot of exclusive merchandise to keep your eyes on for May the 4th you'll be very excited about. Now, what I'm about to do, is not May the 4th related, but it is Lucasfilm related. Let me get to that here. Let's see my feed. All right. So I've had this. This is the retro collection. Indiana Jones. Of course, you saw. I shouldn't say of course, but it's possible that you saw that I posted online and on social media. Hasbro was kind enough to send me a huge assortment of awesome Indiana Jones merchandise. Colby is here. Hello, Colby. What is up, man? Good to see you. Definitely good to see you. I was just thinking about you today. Hope you are doing great, pal. So Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is the retro version of Indiana Jones. And I'm going to open it right now on camera. Crazy. Now, to be fair, I did buy an extra one to keep in the package. And Mason, I'm such a proud dad right now. Mason helped me pick out, which one was better and looked better in the package and which one should I open up. There's the back of the card, by the way. This is for the first wave of the retro line. You got Indy, Tote, the German mechanic, Belloc, and Marion. And they were kind enough to send me all of them. Yancey Evans is here. What's up, Yancey? Great to see you, pal. Very nice. I love your picture, your profile picture, where it says, oh my, I know. Here we go. Now it's going to be hard. So this has an option where I can select another camera, but I have a feeling if I do it, it's going to, I'm just going to open it here and hope that you can see it pretty good. Okay, here we go. Ugh, hard to do. Opening. This is going against all of my natural instincts. Look at this card, it's all bent. Oh man. But, you know, it's meant to be played with. So there's the back of the figure. I will take it out here. I don't see Indy's whip in this. No, it's just the normal paper with the warnings. So here he is. There's Indy. Let's pop him out of the package here. Oh, there's the whip. At first I didn't see the whip, but it's come right underneath. And this is just like the whip of the retro collection of the classic one. And there is his revolver. Pop that out. Maybe. Oh, it's taped. They always tape them in there, of course, so that you can get them out. So there is the revolver, the top band, so I'll fix that. We can see that there. And there's our guy. There's Indiana Jones himself. This is, again, the retro version of Indy. If the camera will focus, I can show you what his face looks like. He looks just like me, except not at all. There he is. He's awesome. Bendable legs. Not exactly an expert unboxing, but you get the idea. Does it have the whip foo arm action? Does not. Oh wait, it does. It actually does. Here. Yep, it does have the whip foo action. So that's cool. Let me see if I can put the... Colby says he's proud of me. I've come so far. I have. I sure have. Okay, so let's put the whip in there. Maybe. You see me making my funny faces while I'm thinking and talking and at the same time. Oh, I got it. Maybe. Okay. No, I don't got it. Well, I'll try one more time. I know the last thing you want to do on a Monday is watch me try to put a plastic whip into a action figure, or maybe that's exactly what you were hoping for. Multitasking is hard. It is certainly not my strong suit, for sure. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to give up. All right, it's not working, but you know, there he is. There's his whip. Life is good. And you can put the revolver actually in the holster. So that's cool. I like it. I am a fan. Of course I'm a fan. It's Indiana Jones. Let's see if I can put the holster in here for you. Yeah. Maybe. Seriously. My wife is probably like, Dan, you got this, homie. Yeah, I just can't. It's just not happening. Boy, this has got to make for some excellent podcasting, doesn't it? So there you have it, friends. Paul, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining me on the show. Yeah, it's good. All right, let's jump in. Let's do it. Let's jump into Star Wars Celebration talk. Let's talk about Star Wars Celebration Europe and your top moments from the epic experience that was Star Wars Celebration. That's a picture of me from the steps. I meant to do one. I took one last summer, last late June, early July, from the same spot, and then I went back and I'm going to do a time warp video or image at some point. I thought that would be kind of fun. But yeah, we're going to talk about your top 5 moments from Star Wars Celebration Europe. I understand some of you weren't there, and you were certainly missed, but you certainly were aware of the news and the information that came out of the event. So let's see what some of your favorites were. For me, I'm just going to go, of course, 5-1. The Hasbro booth. Speaking of Hasbro, no, they're not sponsoring this episode. But when I went in that, there's a lot of great booths, a lot of great merchandise, a lot of great things were revealed. But in that booth, I got to see all the retro figures for Raiders, Last Crusade, Temple of Doom, and they were all fantastic and great. But the one that caught my eye the most was the Short Round Adventure Series figure. I thought it was amazing looking. The detail of the jacket that Short Round is wearing, as Indy, of course, puts it on him when they're at that campfire towards the beginning of the film after they crash land in India. And he's got Indy's fedora on, and the texture on that fedora is great. But a lot of stuff in that booth were really phenomenal. The chopper that they're going to be selling was great fun to enjoy and interact with. And just everything is decorated. Of course, I had an interview with the folks from Hasbro, and it was just a fun experience. So that's my number 5. Mary's number 5 was all of your live tweeting during the panels that weren't shared on the live show. Well, Mary, thank you so much. I really appreciate that a lot. Speaking of multitasking, that's fun to do because I know I look forward to that when I am at home or not able to cover or go to an event or cover it. So thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Colby says Mary needs more than 5. She has like 30 pages of notes. That's right, but she is quick and fast. Quite impressive. But Mary says, Colby, let's not inspire this sort of thing. It's a lot of work. Mina's number 5 is all of the live tweets during the event. Yay. Well, thank you. That's great. There's a lot of, not just me, but there's a lot of people tweeting from the event, passing on information, things that catch, our eye or we think someone will be interested in, and you try to get some good pictures as well. It's fun kind of being in the press area. I like doing it and experiencing it as a fan and as the host of CWK. But I also like watching other people cover it too, and I get great ideas. And just kind of this cool collective vibe where everybody's just kind of dialed in and feverishly enjoying all the information. It's really great fun. So that's 5 for me. Number 4 is the ILM panel. So the ILM panel was a feature one the second day. Yeah, second day. And Doug Chang was on it, of course. But I'm biased because Clayton Sandell has become a really good friend of mine. He was the host of it. So it was fun to talk to him as he was getting ready for it and to see him interact. And he had a really great joke at the beginning that I think I put on the Coffee with Kenobi Instagram story feed. It was great. I was super impressed. He did a great job, and Doug was great. Everybody on that panel were amazing, and it's fun hearing the ILM, experts who are so proficient at making these things larger than life, hearing them talk and break things down. I really enjoyed it. Colby's 5, by the way, was all the cosplay picks. There's a lot of great cosplay. Celebration, San Diego Comic-Con, D23, they all have the most amazing cosplay. It's just really, really something to watch. What did anybody else have for their number 4? I had plenty of other things I can talk about, but I want to be sure to share what you caught and you noticed and you loved as well. And maybe while we're doing this, I will try to put this blaster in Indiana Jones's holster, because that's the kind of guy I am. So like that just kind of gets under my skin until I can get it finished. I did it. Look. So it looks like it's all one part, but there's actually a hole in the front, and you can just clip his revolver right in there. There's also a little place to hook up his whip too on this side. Well, that's pretty fun. All right. Number 4, Mary says, waking up early on the East Coast and watching the live stream, then sharing the news on our Star Wars with our Star Wars family over constant text. It feels like we were actually there. Can you imagine all the text thread and WhatsApp threads and Facebook messaging threads and Twitter DM threads and just all the conversations people are having while this stuff was being announced? For me, is the cosplayers and all the amazing things that Colby mentioned that too. I posted a picture, I think I did. Maybe I talked about this before, so I apologize if I did. But there was one person dressed up like the Grinch. His mask, like his face, was really good. I don't know if it was makeup or a mask, but it was very good. And then he was dressed like a Jedi Knight. It was great. That was pretty cool. There's a lot of great cosplay there. I got a great picture of me with the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan cosplay. In fact, I'll pull it up on my phone here now because it was really, really fun. Let's see if I have it easily accessible to show all of you. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. There's Mando and Bo-Katan. It was an amazing, amazing cosplay. Absolutely amazing. All right. 4 for Colby was the live stream, especially the live stage. Mary's right. It did feel like we were there. That's great. That's exactly what they were hoping for. And I thought it was very effective. The energy there was really great. It had its own specific area. For 3, I put the badges. Look, the art on the Star Wars Celebration for the decorations, the decor, and the badges themselves are always stunning. But these were in particular really fascinating. Oh, I left mine upstairs. I had a speaker badge. But they're great. The art was great. It was hanging everywhere. And they're all wonderful. I would say some of the best ones that I've ever seen for a Star Wars Celebration. My first celebration was 3. And they've all been really cool for different reasons, but these were really spectacular. Me to 3 was the return of Daisy Ridley as Rey Skywalker. So exciting. 3 for Mary, the celebration live stage was great. The emotions that were so evident by the hosts and the guests. The outpouring of love by the audience, specifically Christina Ariel, and how she was so caring with Billy D. Williams. Yeah, that was great. That was fun. I got to talk to Christina a lot about that. And there's a good story there. She's really good on the mic, of course, and she was great with Billy D. They were a great team. The two of them were really, really a great team. All right, anybody else have one they want to pop in there? I'm getting a little bit of a delay on my end, so I apologize if I don't get to your top 5s a little bit quicker, but certainly you can post them later, and I'm happy to share them. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into number 2. Oh, there we go. Colby's next one is new info about the Acolyte and Skeleton Crew. I got to see some pretty epic trailers for those, and they're great. When it's released to the public, you're really going to be thrilled about it. There's a lot of great visuals that it's going to make you very excited for what's to come. Yancey number 3 was the Jedi panel. I'm assuming you mean the Return of the Jedi panel. That one was, I think that was like the 3rd day. It was the 3rd. I think it was on that Saturday. There was a lot of buzz about that one for sure, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 for me is the Indiana Jones footage. I was very lucky. I got to see about 6 minutes right from the middle of the film. James Mangold introduced it. He said, I'm not going to give any context. Here's 6 minutes from the middle of the film. Dim the lights. Boom. We just jumped right in. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, people everywhere, it was awesome. I don't spoil. I'm sure you can read about it online. But it was just exciting. It was seeing Harrison as Indy, and there's some great humor and some amazing action, very intense. And just being able to see new Indiana Jones stuff was spectacular for me. Hey, Indiana Jones. So it was so good. So cool. Let's see. Ross is here. Hello, Ross. Ross's number 3 is Thrawn. Yes, Thrawn was massively exciting. 2 for me to the multiple guests that appeared throughout Celebration, having Dave Filoni direct his first movie. People were very emotional and happy about that. 2 for Mary was the Kenobi panel with Ewan, Hayden, Vivian, and Indira Varna. Again, the emotions, joy, absolute mutual love and respect between them all was phenomenal. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Colby, the Indy and Ahsoka trailer. I'm so excited for June and August. Oh, man. I know. I hear you, brother. I'm very excited, too. Ross's number 2 is more Sabine footage and Lothal. I know. Seeing Lothal in live action. I heard you talk about that on maybe Rebel Base Card, I think. Or maybe it was... I can't remember. I think that was what I heard you talk about, Ross. But I'm very excited about that, too. Yancey's 2 is the Ahsoka panel, which I don't blame you one bit. Excuse me. I'm going to get a drink of water. Okay, very good. That was Yancey's. Number 2 was the Ahsoka panel. Also excellent. Just wait until you see some more of the other footage. It's really good. But let's get to number 1. Number 1 for me is Daisy is back. I mean to mention that, I believe, for number 3. But we're in that room. And they said we're making 3 movies. All the announcements for those movies were amazing. We talked about that a lot last week on Coffee with Kenobi. So be sure to check that out. It was me, Tom, and Corey talking about that. But they said we have a new Jedi Master. I believe it's 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. And they play the Rey theme, and out comes Daisy Ridley. And everyone was so excited. I mean, it was an electric experience. I can't emphasize enough how exciting it was to see. It was just tremendous. So that's my number 1 easily. That was the big moment for me. Mary says, Ross, Lothcats. I know, live action Lothcats. Minta's one is the trailers that debuted, especially the Ahsoka trailer. So awesome. It's going to be great, Minta. You're going to love it. Ross is number 1, same as mine. Ray, in all caps. Ray is back. Yancey echoing what so many of us feel in our hearts. More theatrical releases. Great. Stars on the big screen is where it's at. Mary's number 1 is the Clone Wars 15th anniversary panel. I don't think I've ever seen Dave Filoni so emotional. It was so nice. And knowing that we're going to get more Tales of the Jedi is great, too. Colby's number 1, all in caps. 3 words. Movies, movies, movies. I was really hoping for an announcement in Anaheim, but looking back, I am more than happy to have waited for 3. You know what? It's a good point. It'd be awesome to see it then with all of us. But who knows, whatever the reasons, but the timing was right, and we got some great, great, great stuff. We've got James Mangold's movie, 25,000 Years Before Phantom Menace. We've got the Dave Filoni film set during the time of The Mandalorian with the rise, the attempted return of the Empire and the New Republic starting to grow. And of course, the one we just mentioned where Daisy Ridley starts her own Jedi Order. Wow. Just saying it out loud. Wow. Right? How exciting. So good. All right, let's thank you, everybody. Next week, of course, this week is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. We're going to look at Kostara's Visions is coming out May the 4th. And we're going to look at Season 2, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. We're going to combine these. I've got some plans for the summer for the live show. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do top 5 moments from Star Wars Visions, Season 2, Episodes 1, 2, and 3. Just going to be one list. Just one list combining your top moments from Episodes 1, 2, and 3. That will be next week. The only reason I had an earlier show tonight was because I got an interview that I have to take care of that just is going at the same time. So that just kind of worked out. Mara's here. Hello, Mara. Great to see you. So happy to have some post the Rise of Skywalker stories. Guessing Star Wars not be getting rebooted after all. Wink. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And I like the sarcasm. Ross says, oh, wow, it appears there's another Indianapolis fan on here. Yeah, how cool is that? How fun. Colby says, honorable mention always goes to Dave Filoni. He always seems to so genuine and loves his franchise. He does. He does. Minta says she loves the new season. I've seen the new season of Star Wars Visions, and it is tremendous. You're going to be happy. You're going to enjoy it. Let's go ahead and quickly transition to Ask Dan Z. Hey, who's that guy with the short hair? Yeah, it's me. All right. I'm wrapping up a little bit sooner than I normally do because we've got a few things to take care of at the Coffee with Kenobi homestead, but I really, really wanted to talk to you all about your favorite moments from Star Wars Celebration Europe. And I also want to know what you're doing on May the 4th. May the 4th for us. I've got some fun stuff planned for school with my students. I've got some Star Wars gear to sport naturally. And then my son has a concert that he is doing. They're outside. There's going to be food trucks. It's going to be a ton of fun. So we're looking forward to that. And I'm sure we'll squeeze in some Star Wars. We're definitely going to watch Star Wars Visions again, or for the first time for some of you. And for, well, all of you, I would assume. Sorry, I get so jumbled. I had to review some stuff for it. And really looking forward to talk about it with all of you. It's going to be fabulous. And you're going to have a great time talking about it. I'm going to have a great time talking about it with each and every one of you. So, what are you going to do for your May the 4th? Ross says, what were Mason's reactions to seeing Return of the Jedi in person? We didn't already discuss. You know what, Ross? We didn't. Thank you for reminding me. We did go and see Return of the Jedi last Saturday on the big screen. I hadn't seen it on the big screen since 1997 when the special edition release came out. Mason had never, of course, seen it on the big screen. It was great. I was so moved by it, seeing it so larger than life, the way it's meant to be, and seeing Mason's reactions. He was so riveted and glued to the screen. We had a great conversation on the way home. I had saved some audio of that, which I will share with all of you later this week. It's going to be so fun. So fun. Meantime, not a whole lot for May the 4th, but I will be wearing my Star Wars swag for work and watch the new Vision season. That's great. I mean, what else could you want? I think that sounds like a lot of fun. And you got to represent your Star Wars at work on May the 4th. I think that's great. I'm tempted to see if students will. I'm like, oh, I always say on May the 3rd, hey, tomorrow's a holiday. And a few people will smile and look at me. And most people look at me like, what? What is he talking about? That's pretty common. Because I say lots of weird, crazy things, probably for fun, and gets kids engaged. But yeah, we gotta wear your Star Wars stuff. Gotta do that. It's fun. It's fun. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Going to Star Wars Night at Disney. Oh, Lori, have fun. I'm so jealous. I would love to do that. You have to post in the CWK Cafe, our Facebook group, all about it, and so we can live vicariously through you. Speaking of the CWK Cafe, that is your place to go for Star Wars community and conversation online. It's a family-friendly, spoiler-free place where you can post your videos and ideas and pictures of your Star Wars fandom. Great. Well, thank you so much, everybody. We will see you next Monday for more CWK Live, where we can talk about the first 3 episodes of Star Wars Visions, which is what Ross is going to be doing at a bare minimum and hopes to get the 4 items I'm targeting from the Disney shop. Ooh, you'll have to tell me what you're looking for. Mary says, good luck with Shop Disney. And Minta says, may the Force be with you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. Enjoy May the 4th and look for a special release from me on Coffee with Kenobi on May the 4th. Thanks again, and remember, this is a live podcast you're looking for.
This podcast is not endorsed by the Walt Disney Company or Lucasfilm Limited. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. The official Star Wars website can be found at www.starwars.com. Star Wars, all names, sounds, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Disney and their respective trademark and copyright holders. All original content of this podcast is the intellectual property of Coffee with Kenobi unless otherwise indicated.
This is the podcast you're looking for.